I'm waiting.
We're back. That was a brisk.
We are back? Oh,
we're back probably the next... I guess this is going to be the next day or the next 2... Jesus! What happened? Okay.
Life happened.
Unfortunately.
That's getting too real.
No, what was I saying? I was talking about college.
Hey,
I was talking about my classes in college. Because college is hard. Jesus, that's my... You want to see my exact representation of me in college? Stop! Okay, my exact representation of me in college is this. No, hold on, it's more like this.
No, I don't want to go back to McDonald's.
This is me falling off of my grades. This is my low grades.
I mean, you have a job to back up on if you don't actually.
I have a job at Sam's Club, Jarrett.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
That's an update.
It's better than Ingles.
Update. I don't work at Ingles anymore because I'm not a piece of trash that
Neither do I.
works minimum wage. Yeah, Jarrett, you got fired.
Can I tell that story?
Yeah, I mean...
Is it like... I'm not uncomfortable to tell the story anymore,
I mean,
but...
Not really. I guess so.
But, like...
I don't think you were legally told not to tell that story.
Okay, good.
Did your lawyers tell you to... That you didn't have lawyers?
Dude, I wish I had a lawyer. I actually have a cousin that's a lawyer, so if I ever
that's cool.
get in trouble for murder, I can
go for it.
rely on her. So, I joined Ingles the day or two after I turned 18. And my plan was I would work there for at least a year, like around October 2nd, and then I'd try to find something new. And, I was working with my best bud, Aaron, so, it made it a lot easier. And I was getting to know all these people. I was becoming more, I was about to say more better.
More better? You were becoming
I was becoming better of a person. I was becoming more sociable. I was, hanging out with people I wouldn't normally hang out with.
That's what a retail job does.
I know.
That's how it did me.
I'm thankful for the experience. But there are some things I didn't really like about the job. The managers were kind of, some of the managers, But I liked working there, and I was actually considering not going through that thing. I was planning on staying there for like a second year or something, but something, I didn't really have a choice in that matter because I got fired. It was I think it was like Sunday or something. It was before Easter, so that was kind of nail in the coffin.
And you remember that day really well, don't you?
It was a Thursday.
I
was supposed to be working 2 to 10, and I wasn't really...
Okay, you're going into way too much detail.
I know. I wasn't really...
God bless it.
I wasn't really looking forward to working 2 to 10 because, and there was like tons of people there. I was having to bag...
I was working 1 to 4 that day.
I was having to...
Not 1 to 4.
I was having to, scan the groceries and bag them all at the same time. You usually have a bagger, but we were running low on baggers.
I'd rather, honestly, when I was working, I got so mad at the baggers there because I guess I've been there so long. I was just like, man, I don't even need you. Can you please leave because I can do my job better when you're not here.
Ouch. But, each buggy had, 200 items in it. I was going for, sort of a marathon. I was wanting to get a break, and then this one girl came by, and she was buying alcohol, and, she gave me her license to check the date, her date of birth, to check it. And I read the numbers wrong. I read it as... I
thought you said you read them right, but you typed them in wrong.
I did both, apparently. I read it as 89 instead of 98, so I typed in 89 instead of 98. Ooh. So I read and typed them both wrong. And not to have an excuse or anything, but I was really stressed that day, having to pretty much solo a lot of orders, and the fact that I couldn't really talk with any of the people that much because they weren't really sociable, so that kind of made it a little more difficult for me. And I was about to request to just can I have a 5-minute break, just let me sit down, drink a Coke or something. And then I got called to the front desk, and I got in trouble because the person I sold alcohol to was a minor. Not only was she a minor, she was a police cadet sort of thing, but she was basically contracted by the police officer to try to buy alcohol, and it was up to me to decide, hey, you're not supposed to buy this, you're not the legal age. I didn't know that at the time because, I have a hard time telling how old people are by their face, so that was a good save, by the way.
That was a really good save.
And... I got in trouble for it. I had to appear in court. I had to pay a court fine. I had to take a alcohol class. It was really humiliating for me, but I actually teared up before he gave me the news because I don't like letting people down.
I know that.
It sounds really cheesy, but I don't like letting people down because I feel bad they feel bad, and everyone's just really negative after that. But after that, I was like, crying and stuff because, like, shoot, I messed up. What do I gotta do now? And then the manager was like, you know what this means, right? And I said, no. It's like, it means I gotta let you go. I was like, what? He's like, I gotta let you go, man. You're fired. And that...
And you haven't gotten a job since.
That killed me, actually. I not to hate on the manager or whatever, but I think him and the police officer, I would have treated them better, liked them better as a person if they had, put me in the break room to tell me that, because that was in public, and that
I know.
I hated that. So
Having a little bit of trouble.
I got fired for something like that, and I remember reading the thing before I got the job that says if you do your alcohol thing and you mess up, they take your alcohol license
Yes,
away,
I told
but they
you
don't
that.
fire you for that.
I told Mark that, and he's like, well, I talked to Rusty about it. And I was like, what do you mean?
I was heartbroken. I loved that job. I didn't want to leave that job. I loved working with you. I loved working with all the
I
people
don't work
there.
there anymore because that place is trash. God bless it.
And now I'm doing college, and I'm volunteering not to get a job because I want to focus on college more, and so far I think I'm doing pretty good. But
focusing on our channel that we haven't done.
And I'm also really hesitant to get another job because I don't want another thing like that happen. Like, I'm probably not... my next job is probably not going to be something that involves...
retail?
Something that involves selling alcohol, because I don't want anything like that to ever happen again to me. Because that's just...
Well, I mean, you're going to get fired many times. Yeah, there's a possibility of you getting fired many times.
But that was my first job. That's just that's depressing. I was depressed after that. I mean... And what was more depressing was...
I left before I was fired because with the way I acted with them down there, I would have been fired.
You were outspoken. You were like... I
was treated like trash.
As a wrestling fan, you were like the CM Punk of people. You were like talking trash about everybody. You were just like saying, this place
all
sucks.
It was a bunch of fake garbage.
Yeah, but I was so depressed, and what made it more depressing was I had to go into court like a couple of weeks from then, and I had to pay $225. And
you had to do $225 and then also take the
alcohol class, which was $50.
So yeah, $300 in total.
$275.
Whatever.
Is this
I don't remember what it is.
This looks interesting.
I think this is the mini boss.
But like, it's really depressing, and I hope it never happens like that again. I don't want to get fired from a job. I'd rather quit a job or turn in my 2 weeks because
I turned in.
It was my decision to leave.
Oh my god! I turned in my 2 weeks, and they didn't even give me the 2 weeks I was requested for. Oh my god! It's just straight stupid.
Yeah, that job did have its bad things. Sometimes you'd request some time off, and they just wouldn't listen, or just.
That's retail.
I think the worst thing you can do to someone that says something is not even listen to them. Like, you can listen and call them out for it and say, hey, you're wrong and stuff. But I think it's worse to just flat out ignore it, because it's showing that you're not willing to take criticism or willing to answer to people. It just makes you look bad as a person. Wow, this episode got real. Am I right? Yeah.
That somehow. Anyway, yeah. I work at. Anyway, back to what we were originally saying.
Oh right, Sonic Mania.
I work at Sam's now because I left Ingles because they were trash. Worst company. If anybody watches this channel and they're under the age of 18 or they are turning 16 and need a job, do not start working at Ingles. You will regret it.
Well, okay. I'm going to be the counter argument here. Work at Ingles, don't work at Walmart or Target firsthand. Because Ingles or Kroger's or what are the other places? Food City.
Don't ever work.
They are small areas. They aren't Walmart. They're more relaxed, and
I probably can get a lot of trouble.
It's a good first job, but it's not something you want to have long term. It's better than having a Domino's pizza job. Am I right?
Actually, Jarrett, I don't know if I told you this, but I was actually tested to be promoted at Sam's.
Really?
To a supervisor. Yeah.
Supervisor. That's. How long have you been working there?
2 months.
2 months?
Yes, and they already asked me to take a leadership test to be qualified for promotion. So,
Do you know what this means?
More money?
Well, I can see how you think about things.
Yeah, I mean, that's all a job is money. What do you, like...
The experience, the people
Oh my
you
god,
talk to.
I already have plenty of experience in retail jobs. I don't need more.
You can have more experience.
In a retail job that I never want my career to be in? Anybody that works retail as a career has to be out of their freaking mind.
It doesn't hurt. My dream job, though, I have had instances in my head that I was like, I want to own a bar one day.
My dream job is to work at Ingles.
My dream job is to become YouTube famous. You got silent there for a second. But,
Blue Sphere!
I want to, and this is going to sound really cheesy, I want to, like, be a part of, like, the production of a movie or video game. Good lord,
Aaron. A part of that.
Like, even if I'm like the sound guy,
Hold on, where are we at? I gotta pee and a poop. Oh, we're nearing our... Okay, continue what you're saying.
My story.
Because we're about to end it.
Like, you know, if I'm like the sound guy, the tech guy, or the water boy, or the guy that dies in the first episode, I want to be a part of that.
I want to be the guy.
That's a hard game. What time are we at?
11:11.
Oh, jeez, we got 2.
I gotta
3?
take poops and a peas.
I have to think about my life.
I gotta take a poop. Okay, that's the end. You can end it however you want because it's already ended. I'm gonna take the poops and the peas. And I'll be back. If you have to use the bathroom, you can only pee in this one downstairs. Just a by the way. Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Hello and welcome to ASMR Infinicast. I'm your host, Jarrett.